Hi friends, today we are going to learn about cell, its structure and functions. So, we know that cell is the basic unit of an organ, and Robert Hooke in 1665 observed the slices of cork and those compartments in the cork, each box. Hooke coined the term cell to call the compartments in the cork. From that, the cell is originated. Okay. Cells in the living organisms are basic structural units. And the egg of an hen, if you take an egg, those egg is also a single cell. It has the nucleus and it is a whole cell, big enough to see with our naked eyes. Same way we have single cells and also multicellular. So we have based on the number of cells, we divided organisms into unicellular and multicellular. Multicellular cells have many cells. Single cellular cells have single cells. For example, amoeba and paramecium. Amoeba and parameciums are unicellular cells. These are single-celled organisms. A single-celled organism performs all the necessary functions that multicellular organisms perform. A single-celled organism like amoeba captures and digests food and respires, excretes and grows and reproduces. And also amoeba has no definite shape unlike other organisms. For example, amoeba has the projections kind of shape. Those projections have the varying length. Those projections are called pseudopodia. By using those pseudopodias, amoeba can use it to movements like mobility and also to take food. These projections pseudopodia are used. So, amoeba have the advantage of its changing shape. The change in shape is due to the formation of pseudopodia, which facilitates movement and help in capturing food. Next, a white blood cells in human blood is also another example of a single cell which can change its shape. The different shapes are related to their specific functions. For example, spherical red blood cells, spindle-shaped muscle cells, long branched nerve cells. These all are cells, single-celled cells. And also a cell has the cell wall. This cell wall is an additional covering over the cell membrane in plant cells. It gives shape and rigidity to these cells. Bacteria cell also has a cell wall. So bacteria cell also has a cell wall, and this cell wall gives the rigidity to the shape. It is also act as a covering. Size of the cells. White material, for example, if we take an egg, in the egg, the white material is called as albumin, yellow part is called as yolk. This whole egg is a single cell. Each organ is further made up of smaller parts called tissues. So, different of cells mixed up and together form a tissue. Okay. There are so many tissues are there in human organisms and also many animal and plants. So if we look at the parts of the cell, first of all cell membrane. Cell membrane. The basic components of the cell are cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Cell membrane is there and cytoplasm is there and also nucleus is there. Cytoplasm and nucleus are enclosed within the cell membrane. There is the outer cell membrane. Inside the cell membrane there is a cytoplasm and nucleus. And the cell membrane we can also call as the plasma membrane. This plasma membrane is porous and allows the movement of substances or materials both inward and outward. The boundary of the onion cell is the cell membrane covered by another thick covering called the cell wall. The central dense round body in the center is called the nucleus. The jelly-like substance between the nucleus and the cell membrane is called the cytoplasm. And the jelly-like substance between the cell membrane and nucleus. Nucleus is in between the center and the cell membrane is outside. Differentiate between the inward and outward. There is a boundary wall like structure, cell membrane. Those in between the nucleus and the boundary wall, like cell membrane, it is called as cytoplasm. Next, outer thick layer in the cells of a plant is called cell wall. Plant cell need protection against variations in temperature, high wind speed, atmospheric moisture, etc. Plant cells need protection against variations in temperature, high wind speed, atmospheric moisture, etc. We know this. Next is cytoplasm. It is a jelly-like substance present between the cell membrane and the nucleus. These are cytoplasms. Some other various components called organelles are also we can see in the cytoplasm. Like these are mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes. These all extracellular organelles are present in the cytoplasm. Okay. Next, nucleus. Nucleus is generally spherical and located in the center of the cell. Nucleus is separated from the cytoplasm by a membrane called nuclear membrane. This membrane is also porous and allows the movement of materials between the cytoplasm and the inside of the nucleus. We see a smaller spherical body in the nucleus. It is called nucleolus. Thread-like structures called chromosomes. These carry genes and help in inheritance or transfer of characters from the parents to the offspring. The chromosomes can be seen only when the cell divides. So next, gene. Gene is a unit of inheritance in living organisms. It controls the transfer of a hereditary characteristics from parents to offspring. Nucleus. In addition to its role in inheritance, acts as a control center of the activities of the cell. The entire content of a living cell is known as protoplasm. It includes the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Protoplasm is called the living substance of the cell. So protoplasm is called cytoplasm combined with nucleus is called the protoplasm. Okay. The cells have a nuclear material without nuclear membrane is termed as prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic means very primitive. Primitive cells doesn't have the cell membrane. For example, bacteria and blue-green algae. And nucleus with nuclear membrane and are designated as eukaryotes. The organisms other than bacteria and blue-green algae are called eukaryotes. They have the nuclear membrane. So, without nuclear membrane, we call them as prokaryotes like bacteria and blue-green algae. With nuclear membrane, cells are called eukaryotes. They have the other than bacteria and blue-green algae. Next, for example, the blank-looking structures in the cytoplasm. With the cytoplasm, we have the blank-looking structures. These are called vacuoles. Large vacuoles are common in plant cells. Vacuoles in animal cells are much smaller. Smaller colored bodies in the cytoplasm of the cells are Tradescantia leaf. So, in the plant cells, we see the large vacuoles, and in the animal cells, there are small vacuoles. Vacuoles are small in size in the animal cells. Vacuoles are larger in size in the plant cells. So, small colored bodies are also present in the cytoplasm of some of the leaves. Okay, these colored bodies we call them as the plastids. Plastids. They have different colors. These different colors get by different pigments, like green pigment called chlorophyll. Green colored plastids are called chloroplast. They provide green color to the leaves. You may recall that chlorophyll in the chloroplast of the leaves is essential for photosynthesis. So, plant cell and animal cell. Plant cell వచ్చేసి cell wall. Plant cell has the cell wall. And also plant cell has the cell membrane. And plant cell has the chloroplast. And plant cell has the cytoplasm in a bigger size. and nucleus also has, and plant cell has the vacuole in a bigger size. But when it comes to the animal cell doesn't have cell wall. It only has the cell membrane. Animal cell doesn't have cell wall, and in animal cell we have small vacuoles, and there is a nucleus and also cytoplasm and also cell organelles common. So if we look at the each parts of the cell membrane is present in plant cell, absent in cell membrane is also present in animal cell. But cell wall is present in plant cell, absent in animal cell. Nucleus is present in plant cell, nucleus is present in animal cell. Nuclear membrane present in plant cell and present in animal cell. Cytoplasm present in animal cell and present in animal cell, plant cell. Plastids. When it comes to plastids are for the photosynthesis. Photosynthesis occurs in only plants. So plastids are present in plant cells, not in animal cells. Vacuoles are present in plant cells and also animal cells. And only difference is that cell wall is not present in animal cells. Okay, this is the only big difference.